What's good, homies? What's good? It's your man King Ray Ray back in the building, man. Represent. Countdown, man. 53 more days, man, until BOA gets out of jail. But in the meantime, King Ray Ray gonna rock out with you, man. Salute to all the homies in the building, man. We got the homie Big Rich in the building, man. First on deck. What up with you, Rich? Let me slide over to the YouTube app, man. I can go over here and check the joint out, man. All right, we got the homie Zuko in the building. What up with you, man? Lou Bill, what up with you, man? Corey, C. Rob, what up with you, man? Young Manhood Channel, what up with you, YMC? Appreciate you being in the joint, man. Richard McDowell Jr., what up, RMJ? R Banks 09, Country Cubs, what up? Alpha G, taking over territory for sure, man. Jorge, salute to you. D. Flam, my brother, what up with you, Flam? Appreciate you being in the joint as well, man. Mod Squad in the building. Atlas, what's up with you, man? Young King, what up, YK? Ray J, what up with you, man? Eli Jones, what up, man? Elijah Jones the second, my brother's in the building. Prime, what up with you, man? Justin Moore, what up with you, JM? Q, what up with you, bro? Good to see you in the building as well, man. Let's give the brothers a few minutes to get in here, man, before we rock out, man. I was over there listening in on GMB joint, man. It was a cold panel. I tried to come on, man, but I didn't realize that when you already have a stream set up, scheduled in Streamlab, it didn't let me link into GMB stream. So when I tried to log into his stream, it would only send me back to my own page, to my own scheduled stream, man. So I'm gonna do a little research, man, to figure out and see if that's what it is, or if I just didn't know what the hell I was doing. But let's give the people just a few minutes to get in here, man. Got a great topic, man. You know what I'm saying? I went over this title a lot, man, but I settled on this one. I'll probably change it, man. And this one, of course, this one probably won't stay up. It may, because I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I probably got 300 live streams, man, that I haven't even put on Patreon yet. So, just because I haven't been going live on the main channel, man, does not mean that we will not be rocking out. You know what I'm saying? Doesn't mean that at all. As a matter of fact, I'm tripping, man. I need to switch my account, man. I'm over here talking to y'all as BOA. Let me go over here, man. If y'all go to the Book of Alpha Running Me channel, man, I just went on and opened up my subscriptions, man. I don't have many subscriptions, man. I got about 16,000 subs. And I just wanted to go ahead and open mine up, man. Everybody hiding their subs and all that, man. I look at other sectors of this platform, man. Nobody hiding their numbers, man. Nobody get that type of energy from nobody, man. And I just say I'm just gonna block that energy out, man. So from now on, man, whatever channel I got, man, you're gonna be able to see the subs. I mean, I look at this channel, you see the subs on this one, then I mean you can see the subs on that. But like I said, man, I don't have a huge channel, but just because y'all support, man, I want y'all to see, the number that y'all support comes up to, man. It really nothing but a number. Because nobody gets the same amount of views that they get subs, that they have subs. Nobody does. Well, there are a few sectors on here where people get actually, have shit. Some videos do top out. They got a million subs. Sometimes get 3 million on the video. But for the most part, man, nobody regularly gets the same amount of views that they have subs. So the sub count really don't matter. Nothing to hide, nothing to be proud. I mean, something to be proud of, but nothing to hide, nothing to put too much stock in, because the only thing that matters is this watch time, man. So, all right, man, let's go ahead and get on into this thing, man. We're gonna give them one more minute, man. We're about 4 minutes in. Let's give them one more minute. So, it's one of those things, man. I'm just gonna leave it up, man. Whatever happens to it, happens to it. Whatever somebody got to say, they can say it. It really don't matter, man. With me being in YouTube jail right now, man, I just feel different about the numbers and all of that, man. You know what I'm saying? I feel different about it. You know what I'm saying? None of that shit really matters, man. You know what I'm saying? It just don't matter anymore, man. It never really did matter, but now I'm looking at it. I'm thinking about it because I'm in, they got me locked up. and won't let me out. So I just look at it, man, and I'm like, okay, cool. It is what it is, man. These are my subs. You can already see my views. You can see where, just whatever you want to see, man. So, Rude Dog, what up with you, man? So, what's up? All right, man. So let's get into this. A prudent wife is from the Lord. So why isn't he blessing you? See, what we're going to talk about today is why this big push for all women being bad is going on. See, I'm going to be honest with you. The majority of men have had all bad experiences with women outside of sex. That is why so many men focus on just sex, because anytime they've tried to do anything else, have anything else, build anything else with the women that they've encountered in their lives, it always turns out bad for them. But that doesn't mean the women are bad. See, we got to understand this, man. You can't fully understand your existence as a man if you don't incorporate the Most High and the spiritual aspect of living into your life. You can't fully grasp what's going on, because it doesn't matter. A woman can be amazing, but if it's not meant for you and that woman that clicked, the Most High isn't going to bless it. So just because every relationship you had failed does not mean that all women are bad. It means that you haven't been blessed with a prudent woman. See, we're going to start off at the very place I know we should start off. We're going to start off right here. We're going to start off with the NAWALT. Not all women are like that. Now, this is generally originally a MGTOW term. Not all women are like that. And let me tell you something about that. And this may rub a few men the wrong way, but honesty normally does that. See, when you say all women are like that, I agree. All women are like that means this. If you're a beta male simp mangina, all women are going to capitalize on that and treat you like a beta male simp mangina. They're going to take you for everything you'll give, and they're going to try to take you for some things you're not willing to give. All women are like that. If you're a weak man, a woman is going to capitalize on that by using her feminine strength and feminine wiles against you to take advantage of you. That's what's going to happen. But on the other hand, if you have enhanced your masculinity and developed your alpha energy to the point where you are viewed as a masculine man of prestige, integrity, and power by a woman, she is going to do the total opposite of what she's going to do to the beta male simp mangina. She is going to fall for head first, face first into her femininity. All women are like that. All women are like that. Now, there may be different levels of femininity. A woman can only be as feminine as she's been taught to be, but every woman is feminine at her core. Her feminine activity, the things that she equates with being feminine, as far as what she'll do for you, what she'll do with you, what she won't do with you, those things are things that she's taught. But her basic feminine energy is going to rise to the surface when she encounters full-fledged masculinity. That's just the bottom. I have never come across one. Man, listen, I've had feminist women. And though a feminist woman is not going to give up her career and be a stay-at-home mom, a feminist woman is not going to do that. I've had feminist women. I wouldn't take one now, but I have. More than one. Damn near all women with multiple degrees are feminists, or they believe that mindset. They try to perpetuate that mindset. They embrace that mindset, even though some of them don't have the internal, the intestinal fortitude or the internal makeup to go full-fledged feminist, but they embrace that mentality because it benefits them. But even those women will become the most feminine version of themselves if you are the most masculine version of yourself. Nobody can deny that. See, Douglas, what's good, my brother? And that's the reality of it. So from now on, when you hear not all women are like that, it's a lie. All women are like that. If you're weak, She's going to capitalize on it. If you're strong, she's going to submit to it. That's just the way it is. Now, there may be some mental issues and other things that you don't want to deal with, even if a woman submits, but we're not talking about that. We're talking about the basic feminine energy and masculine energy. Another thing is this. A single woman, it doesn't matter how you think she is, how good she seems into that, she's not the same as she'll be with the guidance of a masculine man. Any woman, it doesn't matter how she's got her stuff together, she's gonna be a different woman under the tutelage of a masculine man. If you are a masculine man, the Most High gives you mental, physical, spiritual, emotional gifts that no woman has. It doesn't matter how feminine she is. The more feminine she is, the less likely she is to get these gifts. But there are certain gifts that come to you from the Most High when you are full-fledged masculine man. And a woman under your tutelage is going to be different than she would be if she was single. So if you meet a woman, the only thing you should do, see, let me tell you something. We talk about vetting women all the time. But when you're vetting women just to see if you're going to have sex with them, it's a totally different process. Because to be perfectly honest with you, when a man says he's vetting women to see if he's going to have sex with them, he's vetting them physically more than anything else. Everything else takes a back seat to the physicality because sex is physical. I mean, when you get into an emotional relationship where there's emotional ties and all that, yeah, that's different. But sex itself, the way these guys talk about it, is all physical. But when you vet a woman, I'm talking about vetting a woman, you have to vet a woman for one thing. One thing. You have to vet a woman for spiritual sanctity. See, let me tell you something. The reason why I'm going to explain that to you, how that applies to my life. There are a lot of women that I come across. There are a lot of women I meet. There are a lot of women that you know, just over the course of a year. Over the course of a year, man, I come into contact with so many women in business, man, just, you know, at Whole Foods, just doing whatever I do, man, you know, doing cardio at the track or at the lake or you know, just hell, man, in Walmart, man, buying jig heads. I just come across so many women. But you know what? I never view a woman as anything other than a woman. I don't view her as a possible sex partner for me. I don't view her as anything until I get to know her. Because let me tell you something. I eliminate women from possibilities for myself over anything that goes against the Most High. If a woman eats abominable foods, if she eats pork, seafood, or any of those abominable foods, I'm not having sex with her, bruh. She's automatically off limits to me. I'm not touching her. No possible way will I touch her. If a woman doesn't honor the Sabbath day, if she doesn't take that seventh day and rest, I'm not dealing with her. See, let me tell you something. I'm not going to build a woman to be what I want her to be. Because let me tell you something. Because that's when you got to build a woman and shape her in something, man, that can be frustrating as hell, man. When you got to build her, you got to put time and energy into building that woman into what you want her to be, especially if she doesn't have any of the prerequisite parts that are necessary to build her into that particular component. You're going to have to implement all of the parts, put them in place, connect all the parts, and then make sure they're functioning properly in order to build a woman into what you want her to be. I'm not wasting time doing that, because let me tell you something about a blessing from God. When a thing comes from God, when it's a blessing from God, no sorrow cometh therewith, no negative energy cometh therewith. You ain't got to work to continue a blessing that God gives you. God blesses you after you've done the work already. So what he gives you is the icing on the cake. You ain't got to put the candles on the cake when God bless you with the cake. The candles are already on there lit. All you got to do is blow them out and start slicing. So I'm not going to find no woman to convert her from eating that foul stuff. I don't know how long she's been eating. It might take 5 years for her body to cleanse of that stuff. I'm not finna teach no woman about the Sabbath, because there's women out here that already know about it. There's women out here that already don't eat that stuff. That's women already out here that do several things that the Most High says that we as men must do. That is the woman that the Most High is blessing me with. Just because a woman shows up and she's beautiful or she's anything else, if she has no spiritual sanctity, then she is not from God, because a prudent wife is from the Lord. It didn't say any other kind of wife is from the Lord. And when we say wife, we're not talking about legal marriage. You know that. I shouldn't even have to say that anymore, and I won't say it anymore. So a prudent wife is from the Lord, not a fine wife, not a sexy wife, not a rich wife, not a smart wife. A prudent wife is from the Lord. It never addressed any other kind of wife being from the Lord, but a prudent wife, a virtuous woman. That's who's from the Lord. How do you tell a woman is virtuous? She's already incorporating the ways of the Most High into her life already. Of course, she's going to need some guidance because, of course, you're on a more advanced level than she is, but she is already on the path, which means she's already willing to receive the information that you give her and whatever lessons and teachings that you impute into her psyche and her spirit, man. You have to, man, you have to vet a woman for spiritual sanctity, because if she's not involved in any type of spiritual direction, the energies that are in her, man, are things that you don't want to chance. You don't want to chance the energies that are in that woman, brother, because those energies are subtle. You don't even know they've jumped on you until they get you good. See what I'm saying? You don't even know they've jumped on you until they sure enough jump on you. They got you in a headlock by the time you realize they own you. Another thing is this, man. You can't cold approach a blessing from God. If it's cold, it ain't yours. You can't go and chase a blessing from God. You got to do the things. All you got to do is be on the path that your life needs to be on. See, let me tell you, the problem with a lot of these men who keep having all these bad experiences with women, they too concerned with women. They too concerned with chasing money any way they can get it. They won't understand that there's a path for your life that you need to be on. Your success is on one path. There are not 50,000 ways to success. Not for you. There's 50,000 overall ways for success, but your path to success is already preordained, predestined. That's why you got that gift you got from the Most High. That gift is your key to your success. So if you're doing anything that lets that gift lie dormant because you're not using it every day, you're not using it to build your life, you're not building your life around that gift, you can't be happy if you build a life that's not around the gift that the Most High gave you. You can't. You can convince yourself you are, you can buy some stuff and try to make yourself seem happy, or you could do any of those things. You can have multiple women, as many women as you want, to make yourself seem happy, but unless you're on that path you need to be on, you're not going to bump into no blessings. And you know one of the blessings you're not going to bump into? The prudent wife that is from the Lord. If you ain't getting no quality women in your life, then you're not a quality man. God don't view you as a man that deserves a quality woman, because again, a prudent wife is from the Lord. A virtuous woman is from the Lord. And if you ain't getting that, then you're a man who doesn't deserve that. Because let me tell you something about God. God is I adopted this adage from the Most High. I give anyone what they earn. God will not deprive you of a blessing if you deserve it. If you've earned that thing, he's going to give it to you. I promise you, he's going to give it to you. George Make, what's up, bro? He will never fail to give you that thing that you deserve. He wants you to get it. He's pulling for you. The Most High is on your side. He wants you to do the things necessary to get that blessing so he can pour it upon you, so you can go tell somebody else about his glory and sing his praises to somebody else and make them convert their lives and turn their lives around to the Most High. That's all this is about. The only thing, man, let me tell you something. When I meet God, you know what he gonna look at me and say, bruh? He gonna say, okay, my son, I chose you young. You know I did. You have helped many men, but how many men have you helped see their way to me? I know you've helped some men with women. You're giving some men a few insight about starting a business or getting themselves out of debt or doing whatever they're going to do. You've told a few men about being a parent, or if they got a knucklehead child by a knucklehead woman. You've given them a lot of information. But how many men have you helped see their way to me? And that's what I'm going to be judged by. He didn't give me this energy and this insight for me to sit around and beat my chest, man, or open some church, some mega church, or have people coming in there giving me paper. Although I've considered that a few times in my life. I ain't gonna lie. I considered starting a mega church, man, or starting a church and turning that boy into a mega church. I really thought about that. I thought about that as recently as about 3 years ago, to be honest with you. I might think about it next year. That thought crossed my mind pretty regularly, man. I mean, man, I look at Creflo Dollar, man. He talking about, man, he tried to get his church to give him, I think, $5 million to buy a new jet. It's either five, some crazy number. It may have been more than that, but it was at least $5 million to buy a new jet. He already got a jet, maybe a couple of jets. So, but let me get back on track, man. I don't want to get all the way off track with that. So when I hear men talk about the issues that they have with women, and then they turn around and blame the women. See, first of all, there's the gift of discernment. If you can't discern that a woman's energy is negative, it's because yours is negative. Negative energy invites negative energy. Positive energy abhors negative energy. So if your energy is positive, you're going to be able to feel the negative energy of a woman quickly. It's not going to take you 10 years to feel the negative energy of a woman. It's not going to take you losing everything and possibly your damn life to feel the negative energy of a woman. You feel it almost immediately. Man, let me tell you something. If your energy is positive, you can walk into a room and feel negative energy in the room. You ain't even got to know where it's coming from, but you can walk into the room and feel the negative energy. So you mean tell me in close quarters with a woman, you can't tell the negative energy? So when I hear a man say, and this is the thing, man, I'm not knocking any man because I have not always been able to discern negative energy. Even though now in retrospect, I realized that I was able to detect it. I just wasn't able to discern it. So I'm not knocking any man who can't discern negative energy, but I'm saying if you're getting into your 30s, 40s, 50s, and you still having the same terrible interaction with women, and just for the record, even if you got a woman that's a 5, as long as that 5 submits to you, does whatever you tell her to do, and understands that it's your way or no way, it is better for you to have a submissive 5 than for a man to have a 9.6 who runs him ragged. Because a lot of these cats out here got 5s who run them ragged. I promise you on that. A lot of these cats got women who are not attractive at all who take them through the ringer as if they're a 9.6. It's not, these days, it is not about the beauty of a woman. It's about femininity and feminism all around. All she has to do is be a female. You think I'm playing? What the hell you think body shaming is about? What do you think not being able to say a chick is fat is about? Realistically, I was looking at the video the other day, man, with Ashanti at some recent awards show, man. Man, Shawty is looking, man, hey, man, Shawty in the game she done gained a good about 30 pounds, man. She was already thick. She was already a cheeseburger weight, man, from tipping the scale. Man, she done gained about 35, 40 pounds now, man. Hey, bro, she does not look the same, man. And, man, she had on this little Kim looking outfit, man. Man, Shawty squatted down, man. She ain't shave her bush or nothing, man. She squatted down, man. I'm talking about, man, nappy dugout, man, poking out like the side, man. I'm talking about, man, Shawty booty done got all long, man. I'm talking about, man, listen, man, when I tell you Shawty booty got long, man, let me tell you something, bro. Shawty booty so long, man. If I catch my ride far as I can, man, I still be on her booty, man. That thing long, man. Shawty ain't looking worth nothing right now, man. But you know what? You can't say it. Let somebody say it. Let somebody get on social media and say, let another celebrity get on social media and make a wisecrack about that woman and how she's gained that weight, and watch how the feminizers come ripping a new one. That's just what they're going to do, bruh. They're going to rip him a new one. Because a woman doesn't have to be attractive to reap the benefits of being a woman anymore. All women reap these benefits with the right man or with the wrong man, depending on how you look at it. So there's some men out here who have women who don't look, who aren't attractive at all, and they still getting taken through the ringer. Do you know that the average man who goes through a divorce, his wife is not attractive? The average man who goes through divorce, now, of course, athletes and entertainers, but they are targets for attractive women who maybe have unscrupulous past or unscrupulous presence. You understand what I'm saying? But I'm talking about the average man out here. The average man out here is going through a divorce with a woman who is not very attractive. I'm not saying their wives are ugly, but I'm saying their wives are not very attractive. These boys are going through divorces, man, with 5s and 6s. You understand what I'm saying? The average man is going through a divorce with a 5 or a 6, man. Now, how you end up in a situation with a 5 or a 6, man, and taking you down there through the ringer, man. Now you in court looking at a bra who don't even look that good, man, treating you like you a squirrel trying to take all your goods. Because you did not deserve a woman better than that. Listen, if you can't figure out a woman energy, then you deserve that woman energy. If you can't value yourself enough to understand that a woman is mistreating you, and let me rephrase that, because there's no way as a man you being mistreated and don't know it. You just accepting it. And you deserve whatever you accept. Whatever you accept, you deserve that. If you accept disrespect from a woman, you deserve that. You understand? If you got a woman that gets out, man, and has a baby by another man and you keep her, you deserve to be a stepdad to another man's child, man, who probably still getting with your old lady. While she leaving his baby at home with you, going kicking it with him. See, the problem with a lot of these men is they accept so much from women that they're afraid to even capitalize on any other benefit that a woman brings. That's why I tell men, if you're going to pump and dump, man, go find women, man, who want to live that lifestyle. Don't meet a woman and lie to her and convince her that you want a relationship with her, that you're looking to be married, that you view her as a wife, that you see a future for y'all. And then here's a woman who's really, really trying to preserve herself for a man who's willing to make her a wife. And then you go in there, man, and then go in there and pump and dump her like she's just some scallywag out here. Because you're afraid to capitalize on anything else that a woman brings to the table. Because the only safe haven you have with women, the only place you know you can go with a woman and not be taken advantage of is in the bedroom. That's the main problem with a man who views women as nothing but sex and tries to get as much sex as he can. That's his safe haven with women. His safe haven with a woman is sex. He can't handle any other interaction with her. None. He can't deal with her in any other way and get a positive response. He's afraid. Men are afraid because they know their history says that the Most High has not blessed them with a prudent woman, with a virtuous woman. Another thing is this, man. If you're on the path intended for your life, the path intended by the Most High for your life, the women you desire are already there. If you're not getting the women you desire, you're not on the right path. You're not on the right path. If you're not getting the financial blessings you desire, you're not on the right path. If you're not getting the peace of mind you desire, you're not on the right path. Because all of your blessings are on the same path. You don't have to go 15 different paths. It's not like you go this path and that one ends, then you jump to another path. Then that one ends. No, the path is the path that goes from your birth to your death. Life is just a journey, man. It is simply a journey to where all the way through this journey, you are better equipped and worse equipped at the same time. The older you get, the more equipped you become mentally, the less equipped you become physically. The more equipped you become financially, the less equipped you become intellectually. Because there's only so much brain capacity you have. After a while, you're just ingesting information that you're not going to retain. So by the time you're a 60-year-old man that's a multi-millionaire, your learning curve is low as hell. You don't have your learning curve is almost non-existent. You can't learn. Well, your learning curve is huge, as a matter of fact. Your learning curve, man, you'll never get around that curve. You're 60, 70 years old, bro. You ain't learning much of nothing. That's why at that age, all you do is sit back and give knowledge out, man. You just sit around and educate cats at that age, man. This is just a journey, man. And if you go year after year, month after month, week after week, day after day, hour after hour, without bumping into any blessings in your life, man, if you look at your life, man, and 10 years ago, man, you in the exact same place doing the exact same thing, man, you were doing 10 years ago, bro, you're on the wrong path. That's just nobody's meant to be consistently in the same position that they were in over a 10-year spread. You're not meant to be that. There are no blessings on that path. And if you're still alive in this world and you're just not this evil guy who's obviously sold out for evil, then there are some blessings left in this world for you, bro. You just got to get them. You got to believe that you got to go where they at, man. Another thing is this, man. If you don't love yourself enough to be the best you're not worthy of the best life, including the prudent woman who is from the Lord. See, if you're not converting yourself into the best version of yourself, that you don't deserve the highest quality life. The highest quality life is meant for the highest quality men. You could take 2 billionaires and they could live totally different lifestyles. You understand? Perfect example. That guy, I can't remember what it, Richard Branson. You take Richard Branson and you take Bill Gates. Richard Branson, I remember I watched a video a long time. It's probably been, probably 15 years ago. Richard Branson was on an island that he bought. He was on an island, chilling. Had Mariah Carey out there. She was just out there chilling with him. Obviously, man, she was out there chilling with him on that type of style. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was his little shawty. Because she was out there chilling, talking about how she uses, the outdoor shower and the outdoor tub and all that, man. She was just in there lounging, man. This was back when she was young, man, when she was tough. You know what I'm saying? Well, tough for her. Back when she was attractive. She was still hanging on to the last leg of young Tinder at that point. And he was just out there chilling, man. Chilling. Looking like money, sitting back, relaxing, still in pretty good shape. You know what I'm saying? And you take that, then you look at Bill Gates, man. Bill Gates, man, worth way more than Richard Branson. But Bill Gates got a wife that's a feminist, man, who just put out a feminist book. You know what I'm saying? A book called The Unpaid Contributions of Women to This Economy. You understand? And the title of the book says A Feminist Memoir. A feminist something, man. I think a feminist memoir. But you got to think about that. It doesn't really matter what you have. It matters what type of man you are. The type of man you are determines the type of woman you're going to get. The type of man you are determines the type of homies you're going to get. The type of interaction you're going to get from men. The type of interaction you're going to get from women. The type of interaction you're going to have with money. The type of interaction you're going to have with God. All these things are determined by the type of man you are. If you are not getting quality women, then you are not a quality man. There is not a quality man around here who look at his life and say, all I've ever gotten is bad women. All women are bad. All women are going to do this and do that and blah. And all women are going to leave. Let me tell you something. All women may leave. But nothing in this life is permanent except life itself. The only thing that's permanent in your life is life. When it's over, it's over. But as long as you're here, it's the only constant. The only thing you know is going to happen when you wake up is that your ass is going to be alive. When you wake up, hey, I'm alive. You don't know what the day is going to bring. You don't know what you're going to face. You don't know who's going to be there. Hell, you may wake up and leave the woman. Who knows? And I'll be perfectly honest with you. I haven't had many women leave me. I've left someone. I've run some women off intentionally. I'm saying I haven't had any women leave me voluntarily. Not many. I've had a few. But I mean, but those are ones that, I've never had a woman leave me that I wanted. Let's put it like that. I have never had a woman that I wanted in my life leave. I've had a woman go take a break, but I don't mind that. Shit, I mean, I don't mind that at all. Be perfectly honest with you, brother. I might be cut different from, I may be cut from different cloth than everybody else, but I don't mind that. But I've never had a woman leave me that I wanted. Like, I want this woman. She says, well, I don't want you. And she leaves. I ain't never had that happen. If that happens to you, brother, then you are not in the right headspace. And another thing you got to understand is this, man. You got to accept that the women who like you are the women you deserve. You are a fool to chase a woman that doesn't want you, and even a bigger fool to chase a woman that you know wants another man. You know the man. You know she wants the man, and you chase her anyway. What does that say about how you view yourself? What does that say about how you feel about you? But even more significantly, what does that say about how you pedestalize the woman? And some you never thought about, probably, how you envy the other man. What does that say about how you want to be that other man so badly that you want to pursue the woman who wants him, or pursue the woman who he already has? And they talked about this on the panel a little bit earlier, man. That whole, bragging about having another man, woman, and all that, man. Yeah, they talked about that, man, which was a great point. But what I'm saying is this: let's delve deeper into that. Why is that? What is it that makes you want a woman who wants another man? See, we're not even talking about taking a woman from a man. We're talking about a woman that you know doesn't want you, but she wants another man, and you know that, and you still pursue her. Boy, there's some self-disrespect going on in your life, man. And that's the reality of it. Another thing is this, brothers. If sex is your sole focus, you'll accept a low spiritual quality female because she has a high sexual energy. You understand? The succubus has a high sexual energy. You'll accept that. And you'll invite an energy into your life that you can't even get rid of because you're guided by your focus on sex. And even more so, and let me tell you the worst part of this. The worst part of this is when a man is focused on sex and he ends up with low quality women, and he's still breaking his back and breaking into a sweat to please low quality women. And he's bragging about the fact that he pleases these low quality women. He gives him bragging rights to brag about pleasing low quality women. See, let me tell you something. It's nothing to brag about pleasing a woman that belongs to another man, or that claims another man, that gives everything else she has to. You have to be a low self-esteem having brother to accept sex from a woman who's given everything else of value that she has to another man. I want you to think about what that means. This woman, I mean, she may be educated. She may be getting to the money. She may have connections. She may cook, clean, do laundry. She may do all of that. And she may give the most amazing back rubs in the world, man. She may do all kinds of things. She may change the tire and wash the car. You never know. But all you getting from her is sex. And you're okay with that because that's all you want. Well, let me tell you something. It doesn't make you any special type of masculine man to only want sex from women. It makes you a shallow man. It makes you a man who lives in fear of being affected by a woman's emotions. You're not running to sex. You're running from the love of a woman. You're running from the emotional attachment of a woman because deep down inside, you know if she becomes emotionally attached to you, you're going to become emotionally attached to her. And you don't want that. You're afraid of that because you know you can't stand up like a man when you become emotionally attached to her because you don't love her like a man, which is the opposite of the way a woman loves. You love her like a woman. So the way she loves you is the way you love her. So you're a man, she's a woman, but y'all like two women loving each other. And that never works, man. That never works. That'll never work out for you. I can promise you that. If you think it will, man, you lost it. Simply won't work out for you. Another thing is this, man. If your self-value is based on female validation, you find no favor with the Most High. You find no grace in the sight of the Most High if your self-worth, if your self-value is based on female validation. Let me tell you something about female validation. The validation you can get from a woman is the least valuable, least effective validation you can get. It really is. It is the lowest form of validation you could ever get. And I'll tell you why. Because her validation always comes with an ulterior motive. So it's not even real validation. Even if a woman sees you and gives you, this validation, and a lot of men feel like they're validated by having sex with a beautiful woman. They feel like they're blessed because a beautiful woman decided to have sex with them. And that's the reality of it. They feel that way. But you have to ask yourself, if that's all it takes to validate you, why would the Most High look at you like a man's man? Why would he look at you like a righteous man, an honorable man? Anything that validates you, you're weak for it. Anything that validates you, you pedestalize it. You can never be validated by something you don't think has any value. You can only be validated by things that have value to you, things that increase your value when you add them to yourself. That's what validation is. That's why cats call women notches on their belt. They truly believe that knocking down 3 bad chicks makes you more of a man than knocking down 2. They believe this, brothers. And also this, man. Although a prudent wife is from the Lord, not every man deserves a prudent woman. Not every man deserves a virtuous woman. That's the reality of it. Not every man deserves that. Many men don't deserve a quality woman. See, let me tell you something, man. If a prudent wife is from the Lord, then you know it's a blessing. Right? You know it's a blessing. But let me ask you this. If you're a man that's going to lie about your intentions, which is ungodly, or deceive about your affections, which is ungodly, and not be forthcoming about your intent, which is ungodly. If you're going to do that, then you deserve a woman who's already damaged by those things. See, my problem with men is that men don't care what kind of energy they bring to the equation. They don't care what kind of energy they put on the table with a woman. They'll string a woman along for 7 to 10 years knowing they don't want what that woman wants, but they won't ever tell her. Men will say some unscrupulous things to a woman. Men will willingly be menacing. Men will willingly go sleep with a man, then come back and sleep with his woman and not use protection with either of them. Those men don't deserve prudent women. They don't deserve to ruin the type of women that God gives quality men, righteous men as a gift. See, I don't care if brothers don't believe in God, man. I don't care about that. If you have made up in your mind that you're not going to go that route, fine. I don't care. I have no interest in even having the discussion with you. If that's the mind, I don't convert those who are against the Most High. I open my mouth and let the Most High use me to give information for those who seek Him. And that's real, man. See, if you don't truly know you're the prize, then a woman who prizes masculinity will not prize you. See, it's very simple. If you're not the most masculine version of yourself, there are certain responses you're not going to get from women. I call it alpha energy all the time, but you're not going to get those responses from women. A woman who is prudent will not even show herself to you if you're that type of man, because she's not meant for you. She's from the Lord. And the Most High giveth what He think a man deserveth. And if you ain't getting it, because you don't deserve it, brothers. And that's real talk. See, the main purpose of a woman is to be a helpmeet. That's a part of being a prudent woman. It's part of being prudent, part of being virtuous. The main purpose of a woman is to be a helpmeet. But the main purpose of a man is to be a guide, a leader, a spiritual liaison to the Most High. So if you're not that, then you don't deserve a helpmeet. You ain't meeting nothing. You got to be meeting something, boy. You got to be meeting something. You got to be meeting $2 together, two hands together. You got to be meeting two shovels together. You got to be meeting. You got to, man, listen, brothers. You got to have something for her to help you meet. She gonna help you make ends. No, I ain't talking about helping you make ends meet. Man, you got to have the ends together and have them tied in a slip knot in order for you to be, to really, really get a help meet. What do you need a help meet for if you ain't doing that but getting up every day going to work? You don't need a help meet. What you gonna do? Go to work and help you with your job? No, bruh. I had a consultation client now, man. Him and his old lady work at the same place where they worked at. Where they still work at the same place. He worked there with her. All through the breakup, the whole place was into it. Whole place knew what was going on. And of course, he's dealing with the consequences of that. He's angry. If you don't have anything going on, then you don't deserve a help me. And that's the reality of this, man. So you got to remember this, man. You got to remember this. A woman cannot and should not be required to make you embrace your manhood and masculinity. It shouldn't. A woman can come into your life and give you some great insight, man, and bring some energy from the Most High, and even some information from the Most High. But if a woman cannot and should not be required to make you embrace your manhood and if she does make you, if a woman is required to make you embrace your manhood and masculinity, you must increase your self-value and alpha energy. You have to understand, man, that you deserve what you accept. But even more so, you deserve what you demand. And that's the reality of it, man. So, homies, I didn't want to make this thing too long, man, because I'm going to leave it up, man. I'm trying to, get this channel right, man, so we can go ahead and jump it off the way we need to. So I ain't going to make this one too long, man. I just wanted to put it up. Again, what we talked about today is prove the wife is from the Lord. So why isn't he blessing you? And I'm going to change that title, of course. We went about 15 deep, but I want to end with this right here, man. We're going to end with this right here. Y'all bear with me here. Proverbs 31. The words of King Lemuel, the prophecy that his mother taught him. What, my son? And what, the son of my womb? And what, the son of my vows? Give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways to that which destroyeth kings. It is not for kings, O Lemuel. It is not for kings to drink wine, nor for princes strong drink. I want y'all to think about that. It's not meant for kings to drink wine. Give strong drink unto him that is ready to perish, and wine unto those that be of a heavy heart. Let him drink and forget his poverty, and remember his misery no more. Open thy mouth for the dumb and the cause of all such as are appointed to destruction. Open thy mouth, judge righteously, and plead the cause of the poor and needy. Who can find a virtuous woman? For her price is far above rubies. The heart of her husband doth safely trust in her, so that he shall have no need of spoil. She will do him good and not evil all the days of her life. She seeketh wool and flax, and worketh willingly with her hands. She is like the merchant ships. She bringeth her food from afar. She riseth also while it is yet night, and giveth meat to her household, and a portion to her maidens. She considereth the field, and buyeth it. With the fruit of her hands she planteth the vineyard. She girdeth her loins with strength, and strengtheneth her arms. She perceiveth that her merchandise is good, her candle goeth not out by night. She layeth her hands to the spindle, and her hands hold the staff. She stretcheth out her hand to the poor, yea, she reacheth forth her hands to the needy. She is not afraid of the snow for her household, for all her household are clothed with scarlet. She maketh herself coverings of tapestry. Her clothing is silk and purple. Her husband is known at the gates when he sitteth among the elders of the land. She maketh fine linen and selleth it, and delivereth girdles unto the merchant. Strength and honor are her clothing, and she shall rejoice in time to come. She openeth her mouth with wisdom. Let's repeat that one. She openeth her mouth with wisdom, which can only happen if she is opening her ears to the words of wisdom from her husband. And her tongue is the law of kindness. No drama, the law of kindness. She looketh well to the ways of her household, and eateth not the bread of idleness, stays busy. Her children arise up and call her blessed, her husband also, and he praiseth her. Many daughters have done virtuously, but thou excellest them all. Favor is deceitful, and beauty is vain, but a woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised. I say again, favor is deceitful, and beauty is vain, but a woman that feareth God, she shall be praised. Give her of the fruit of her hands, and let her own works praise her in the gates. I appreciate everybody coming through, brothers. It's been real. Great show, man. I appreciate y'all coming through, man, supporting this channel, man, all the subscriptions, man. I appreciate it. Y'all be looking forward to the Patreon drop tomorrow, man. It's gonna be a big drop, the biggest one yet. So if you haven't joined the Patreon, man, go ahead over there, man. And just read the tiers before you sign up, man. Read the tiers before you sign up. And pick the one, man, that best suits you. You know what I'm saying? You got to be at least on $10 till you get the live streams, though. So, I appreciate it, homies. Bless up to my brothers D. Flemings, Young Manhood Channel. In here, man, grinding, man, with the wrench, man, doing the thing, man. I appreciate y'all, brothers. I appreciate all the support. And like I said, man, I leave all my numbers up from now on and just let everybody see what I got going on. I don't want to buy into this energy that's going on in this sector of YouTube where you got to hide your numbers and you got to do all these things, man, because people be hating so much. Well, hey, man, if you're going to hate. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do some things over here and they don't require being into it with no cats by no foolishness, man. So anyway, homies, I appreciate everybody coming through. It's been real in the field. I see y'all again tomorrow, man, on the early show. And we're going to head on out of here.
It's the book of Alpha running me, nigga. Read it or weep.